thing where there's an E there. In my life, I think even as a career as a teacher, I think maybe I only had one Stacy in my life. And she wasn't even really my friend. So, this is for Stacy. Compassion. Okay. Archangel Zadkiel, soften your heart with respect to this situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Yeah. Okay. So I'm feeling a heaviness in my chest area, and I'm feeling some anger and hurt mixed up in a ball. And so what this Archangel Zadkiel is saying is soften your heart. In other words, I know you're angry and upset, and this could be resonating with other people too. You're angry and upset and really sad. I feel like crying. 1 second. Let me just take a breath. All right. You might be very upset and angry, and sometimes when you're so upset and sad, that turns into rage or just resentment. So they're saying, have compassion, soften your heart with respect to the situation that went on and all the people that are involved. So in other words, you have to start to feel a little bit bad for some of the people. Like you might say, why should I feel bad for that person who cheated on me? Or why should I feel bad for that person that stole my money or hurt my kid? But the whole thing is, we have to see them as a child, and something happened to them when they were a child that wasn't their fault. So certain incidents might have caused them to grow up the way they did, or to be not have a good look when they did. So try to find compassion for all the people involved in that situation that's making you angry and making you mad, because you're not going to get better if you have anger in your heart. You have to just say, you know what, maybe I'm not going to be with this person anymore. I'm not going to give them my heart, but I'm going to forgive them and wish them well. I'm sorry, you were gone, so I lit it up.
Oh boy.
It's bad?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm almost done. Don't come in here.
Tell me twice.
Sorry.
I can't help I'm allergic to it. You can't help doing it.
Well, I'm doing it during the day, so it wouldn't bother you as much.
I'd rather it during the day than at night.
Okay.
So, that's that.
Okay. So, anything else for LN or anybody? I'm looking at my list of questions. Okay, this has to do with relationships. All right, so this is relationship harmony. Don't come in here. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you for the knee brace. And the animals. I love it.
Puppy had to go to the bathroom, my God.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so Archangel Ragul. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved right now. So like anybody out there who's having arguments, disagreements, I even see like somebody saying, write up, get the divorce papers going. Just stop, wait, pray to your angels. And Archangel Ragul says, we angels are opening our hearts of everyone involved. So in other words, there was an argument, or there's an ongoing argument where nobody was like giving in. So to fix an argument it's not just one person that has to fix it. Everybody has to give in a little bit, even if it's 50% on one end and, I'm sorry, 40% on one end and the other person has 50%. Okay, don't get me into fractions and percentages because I'm going to screw it up. In other words, if somebody says like, oh, you're working too much and we never spend any time together, and so I'm sick of this, so therefore let's get divorced. And the other person says, well, I really love you and I'm going to try, I can't help that I have this job, but I'm going to try to make an effort, and we're both off on Saturday and Sunday, so we're going to have a date night, and we're going to, go for walks or do something differently than we're doing now. So like meet that person in the middle. That might not be everything that you wanted, but that shows that the person is trying and they don't want to give up. Okay, that might be for somebody. Okay, then we have, I don't know if anybody asked me, and I'm also going to shuffle again for more letters. I have some more letters of people's first or last name. First or last name. Thank you. Yeah, no one really asked me if somebody was out there that has psychic ability. But I got this card last night when I was just like playing around with the cards, sitting on the couch thinking, just really opening my mind up. I kept getting clairaudience, and I was like, I don't think that's for me, even though I can, I am clairaudient at some points, and what I just felt was that's for somebody else. The angels were trying to tell me somebody out there is developing their psychic abilities, or they don't really believe in them enough and they need to use them more. Okay, the cards that we got. Somebody's first or last name begins with a Y. A Y. Okay. Somebody's first or last name begins with an O. Okay. For some reason, I just heard O'Neill. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. But, okay, so. Clairaudient. Clairaudience. Archangel Zadkiel. Okay, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from or from other people. Okay. Clairaudience is, sometimes you hear a word or you hear a sentence and you turn around, nobody's there. Or you're just thinking about something and then all of a sudden, like in another different voice, or it could even be your own voice, but you feel like it's not your words and you're like, where did that thought come from? That's clairaudience, okay? Receiving messages from people who are in heaven, or they could even be on the earth plane, like say your mom is at the hospital and the nurses and doctors aren't paying attention to her, and you're at home with the kids and you're thinking about your mom. All of a sudden you just like got a picture of your mom in your head and you heard your name being called by your mom in the way that only she could call you. Everybody knows that name, our name, when it's being called by your mom or your dad, it's a little bit different than other people. And you turn around and your mom's not there, and you just know that you got to get to the hospital to see her. And when you get there, you find out that she was, at the time that you heard her, she was in distress or she was being ignored, and that's a connection. All right? So somebody is thinking about you, if they're on earth or in heaven, and when you're clairaudient, you start to hear words or phrases or their voice. Okay? So some of you are gifted out there, and look into your gifts. Then I got outdoors, Archangel Jophiel. Go outside and get some fresh air and connect with nature, relieve stress, gain new creative ideas. Okay, that's what your girl over here has to do. Okay, even though I don't want to hurt my knee, I can at least go outside, or I can go swimming. But go outside. It really does help. And if you can't walk, you could take your chair. This is what my mom used to do. Every day, she would take her chair and sit outside. Well, she had a folding chair that she left outside, and she would sit with her book, and she would have like 400 page, 500 page, like Civil War novels, romance slash war novels. And she would sit there and just like being with the trees and the birds, and she would always tell me to sit out there too, but of course I was running around and I thought that was boring, but I understand it was very peaceful. Okay. All right, now I'm just going to do a closing card for with these cards, and then I'm just going to do my maybe one angel card and one or two love cards for anybody that's worried about love out there. Okay, any other messages for Y and O, or O, or anybody else that it resonates with? Thank you. I'm sorry about my music is broken. I like doing it with the music, but I'm sure some people's ears are feeling better. Okay, we have passion. Archangel Haniel, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. That's really good. I think I pulled this from my friend last night. She got this card last night. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that some people are having a surge, a resurge in their love life and career. Okay, or your love life and or career. And basically it means that, go with it, follow it, because the angels give you these little indications, little pushes of hope, a rekindling of like, why did I go into this job in the first place? Why did I want to be a doctor, a teacher, a nurse, or work in a store, or whatever it is? And start to remember the good points about your job or your career. Start to remember the good points about your relationship and why you married that person in the first place or got together with that person. Okay, so this is a renewed passion. It's a very positive card. Okay, then we have victory as a closing card. Archangel Sandalphon, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Okay, so there's something in your mind right now that you've been hoping for. Maybe it's the house, maybe it's the relationship, maybe it's the marriage proposal, maybe it is you set a date, maybe it is the job that you interviewed for, and they kept you waiting. I see somebody, they didn't get the job at first, somebody else got it, and then that person, something happened to them, like either health-wise or they left town. And then you will get it. So it was like they have to wait, but they showed me 14 days. But they at first they told you no. You were good, but they gave it to the other person. So that is going to be a great victory. But anyhow, your prayers have been answered and heard and answered. But have faith. Manifest. Keep your writing in your journal as if it happened. If you want that relationship that is, totally different from your other relationship, where you communicate beautifully, write down, I'm so happy and grateful that we talk to each other about things that we have on our mind, and we get each other, we understand each other, we make each other laugh, we make each other smile, we try to communicate with each other when we're not with each other. That's, the clairaudience. You could do that with people who are alive, like I said before. And notice this is purple, which is really beautiful. So the purple is your third eye chakra. Okay. Third eye chakra is enlightenment and psychic ability, and seeing that you have psychic ability, feeling your angels, feeling your guides. Okay. And now, when I said that, I'm also getting a George as being very important to somebody, George or Gary. And possibly, is there a George and their middle name is Gary, or a Gary and their middle name is George? Okay. In any event, they are just saying hello and that they see you, feel you. Okay, now I'm just going to do quick. This is what the angels want to tell you. These are my other angel cards. They're also very beautiful, and they have like a paragraph. But don't worry, I have my glasses on. My good glasses. Okay, what do the angels need to tell us? What do the angels need to tell us? What do the angels need to tell my sassy subs? My beautiful supercalifragilistic subs and friends. So the angels have terms of a message for you. Oh, and I hear KK says hello. And the message from KK, you recently visit his gravesite and put something that was taken on the gravesite. He says, don't worry about it. Oh, he wants to tell you, stop worrying so much. Just try to take it one step at a time and make the change that you've wanted to make, whether it's a move or a different job. He's like, take the risk. He's like, you only live once. He's like a free spirit. And then you live up here, but it's different up here. So he's encouraging you to take the risk. KK is encouraging you to take a risk that you've been thinking about. You've been mulling it over too long. He goes, I'll be with you. I'll be with you wherever you are. If you're in a different job, you're in a different relationship, or in a different house or apartment, he goes, I'm always with you. Okay. So receive that message. Thank you. Okay, I got a C. First, the last name begin with a C. Oh my gosh. First or last name begin with a V. Okay, my best friend of like 50 years or more, her first name is Christine. Her last name is Valvik. And then she has a married name. But sometimes I call her CV. CVT. Anyhow, these are the letters I just got. Maybe this message is for her. Okay. Messages. I'm open and receptive to receiving messages from the angels. I'm open and receptive to receiving messages from the angels. Thank you, dear God. Thank you, archangels. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides, spirit guides. Open and receptive to receiving messages. Can you give us some advice, please, angels? Thank you. Give us some advice. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit guides. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, innocence. Oh, and somebody's somebody's husband that passed away. I don't know if I said this before, but they want you to move on. They love you. They still with you, but they want you to move on. They're like, stop being a hermit. Stop trying to stop love from coming your way. I'm not going to be mad at you. That came in very clear. He's like, can you tell my wife that she's allowed to have a relationship? I'm not going to be mad. I'm like, yeah, I'll tell her, but I don't know if she's going to accept it. He's like, she better stop, because she's going to be too sad that way. Yes. Okay. All right. There's actually two people talking to this. So this is a person who lost their father, or is it their father-in-law and their husband? No, I think it's their father, because it's like a double whammy. But they're still with you. They're watching over you. So your father and your husband are both saying the same thing. We're sending you people to be in relationships with, but you're not accepting it. Please go out more. Please have fun with your friends. Please, if it, like they're showing me you're not working or you're retired or you retired early, they want you to work again. They want you to have some kind of part-time job or a small business. They said it'll mean the world to you. They're like, Katrina, she has so much to offer. Otherwise, she'd be up here with us now. So your life is not over. You're supposed to continue. Okay, I hope you received that message. Okay, we got innocence. Look at how beautiful this is. All right. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. Okay, I got to read that again because that was too much for me. Okay, innocence. Beloved one, this is the angels talking to you. Everyone is guiltless in truth. Okay, so meaning tell the truth and you'll have no reason to feel guilty. As no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us your problems. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. Yes. Okay, so somebody out there, or maybe many people out there, are like riddled with guilt, and it's useless. Guilt is a useless feeling. Like people need to just say they're sorry to themselves, say they're sorry to the person they hurt. If that person is in heaven or passed away, is gone, you could still say you're sorry. You can write a letter and you say you're sorry to God. And you try not to make that mistake again. But having all this useless guilt is not what God wants for you. It's not what the angels want for you. So please let go of that. Everybody makes mistakes, but the innocent, and when you're young, when you're a little kid, you don't know any better. We make mistakes. Somebody is holding on from a mistake from childhood. Somebody's holding on from a mistake from like teenage years to the early 20s, something that happened. Let that go. Okay? Please let that go. And know that you will be healed and that the angels will help you. And you are forgiven as soon as you are sorry about it. And then know that it's gone. Light a candle and say, thank you, dear God. Okay? If you still feel bad about somebody and you're not able to connect with them, just write them a letter and know that they'll get that message. When you think something happy, like happy thoughts, bless them. Even somebody you had a bad time with, bless them and say, God, can you please take this pain from me, and just bless them, and hopefully they can forgive themselves for the mistakes they made too. Okay. Namaste. Entrepreneur card. Okay, so we have some people that are going to be starting some businesses out there. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. Okay, so this is like the people who are trying to start some kind of side business, even if it's a small, short, part-time job. Know that the angels are there to assist you, and they're happy about it, because they're probably the ones that put the idea in your head, because they know about every hair on your head, or every hair that's not on your head. They know about all your gifts and talents that God gave you, and that the stuff that you're not using. So when you start to use your talents, even if it's a small interest, like that person that's good with jewelry or that's attracted to jewelry, and therefore she wants to go into that business, that's all from the angels. The angels are saying you will feel healed, and you will meet some different people through the jewelry business. Okay, and like Carmen wants to know if she should buy the business and be an entrepreneur. All right, this card is for you as well, Carmen. Okay, thank you. Namaste. Okay, now I'm going into the love cards, and I already shuffled. Okay, so anybody who's has a love issue or a relationship issue, we got separation. Okay, which is it's time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and I feel like it already has started. I feel like some people are sleeping in different rooms, and that's okay, as long as we learn from the separation. Okay, we sometimes we learn, we want to answer, is this going to work or it's not going to work? But sometimes we need to have the separation to see if we want to be without that person, if we get along better in life without them, or if we indeed miss them so much that we want to do anything to redeem our relationship. But somebody is going through a separation right now, or feels separated. Okay, and then we have passion, okay, which is the opposite of separation. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay, so it could have to do with a new relationship being started by somebody, or an old relationship that needs to get rekindled. Okay, relationships do take work. They do take energy. So, sometimes we don't put enough energy into it because we were like, oh, we have bills to pay, jobs to do, school to go to, kids to take care of, and then we put the old relationship on the back burner, and that's why, it starts to get holes in it and break. So you can fill those holes up if you want to. Okay, you deserve love. You are lovable. Let's all say that. I deserve love. I deserve love. I am lovable. I am lovable. This person needs to tell somebody how they feel. You got your eye out there. You want love to come to you, but you're afraid to say, hey, let's go out on a date, or let's go get a drink, or let's go have lunch, or let me make lunch for you in my house, or let's go for a walk. I like you. I want to get to know you better. I feel somebody is very shy they want love, they want a relationship, but they're too shy. But you just have to bite the bullet and just say, do I want to be in I used to do this when I was divorced. Do I want to just be alone in my apartment forever and watching TV and just, being by myself? Or do I want to make this a different day and go out there and talk to people and hang out with people? And so that's what I did. I would go for a walk. I would go to the gym. I would, do something. Sometimes I would even go to the corner bar. Yeah, I did it. Okay. You are lovable. You have to think in those terms. Okay, then heart-to-heart conversations. So this needs to happen. Some people out there it might resonate with. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other and know that your angels will be around you. Look at this. See, they're talking. He's not really open. She's looking for, I need this. I need that. I need you to hear me. And he's like, I don't know, backed up against the wall here. And then the angels are like, how should we jump in? Let's try to make him happy and make him laugh and make her happy, make her feel fulfilled. Okay, so just know that that heart-to-heart conversation that you don't want to have, it's going to help you, and your angels are never leaving you. Okay. Okay, one more love. This could be the one. You already met the romantic partner you seek. So some people already met the person that you wanted in your life, that should be in your life. This could be the one. Okay? So love is definitely in the air. Relationships are definitely, need to be nurtured, need to be asked out. People need to open up and say, hey, I'd like to date somebody. I would like to be in a relationship with somebody. Like, don't be afraid to say that. Manifest. Write it in your book. What she looks like, what he is like, what she is like, what they bring you, what you bring them, things that you want to do together. Okay? And, I'm mixing all my cards up. Okay, I just want to take one more of these cards, these angel cards with the paragraph. Okay, what's closing message for my sassy subs? Closing message for my supercalifragilistic subs. Closing message for anybody with these initials, LNOYCV. What do they need to know? And anybody else who listens to me. I'm the OG. I'm MB, the OG. If you don't know what that is, probably too young. If you know what the OG means, then put it in the comments.